Former RBI Deputy Governor speaks out, suggests remedial measures for Indian economy. New York, the Indian government needs to reduce its reliance on bond markets and undertake a heavy disinvestment program along with urgently implementing land, labor and agricultural reforms, former RBI Deputy Governor Viral Acharya said. Speaking at a panel discussion at Columbia University here on Friday on the Indian economy, the next 5 years, Acharya outlined a few possible remedies and recommendations for the Indian economy going forward. I think my main recommendation for the years to follow is that maybe we need to carefully consider doing less. I think less may be more for the economy as far as government programs are concerned at the present, Acharya said. It may not be easy to pull back on certain announced programs. But in that case, one has to rationalize heavy programs that are not delivering the supposed objectives, he said, adding that those programs which are maybe the least attractive politically can be wound down as soon as possible. Some space needs to be freed up for others to borrow in the Indian economy, he said. Acharya, professor of economics at New York University's Stern School of Business, was speaking at the Columbia Indian Economy Summit hosted by the Deepak and Neeraj Center on Indian Economic Policies at Columbia University's School of International and Public Affairs in partnership with the Consulate General of India, New York. He was RBI's Deputy Governor from January 2017 to July 2019. He further said that the government needs to reduce its reliance on the bond markets. I think it has to undertake a really heavy disinvestment program, ideally by selling off majority stakes so that there is some improvements in productivity being accumulated at the same time by raising government funds through equity markets rather than bond markets. He also stressed that he strongly supports creation of an independent fiscal monitor, on the lines of a congregational budgeting office, where every time a program is announced, there is an audit within 2 months that looks into what are the next 5-year implications of financing to be met for the particular program. I think this could also hold a mirror to the government funding as a whole if the targets are being just softened over year after year after year with some convenient excuse or the other. I think there should be a much greater discussion on this in the country. Acharya also emphasized that the time is really right for land, labor and agricultural reforms in India. Without doing them, reforms, I find it very hard to see how we can bring the next rung of 200 to 300 million people into the middle class that can consume at 6 to 10% year after year, because the existing middle class cannot consume at 10% forever. It's not possible, he said. The panel discussion was attended by Director at the Raj Center and former Niti Aayog Vice Chairman Arvind Panagria and Professor and eminent economist Jagdish Bhagwati, as well as other leading members of the academic and Indian American community. The panel, which included former President of CI Naushad Forbes and former U.S. Ambassador to India Frank Wisner, was moderated by former RBI Deputy Governor Rakesh Mohan. Acharya said the reforms will help bring a new set of people into the middle class who can then push up consumption. Right now we are doing a lot for them through the government balance sheet, but I think it would be better to give them livelihood, higher real wages, higher consuming power. I think that will actually make the programs sustainable. Otherwise, we may get into a low growth, low productivity trap. That's the fear I have with India's present fiscal projections and the present fiscal dominance that's affecting almost every sector of the economy. Please save trees and nature. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Former RBI Deputy Governor speaks out.